I think I made this very clear to the team when I first learned about the findings of the DNR and the WRMO, that we have to apply what the DNR has learned about these flood control projects, even for projects that have already been completed. Why? Because according, and if I may speak frankly, Mr. Chairman, according to Yusek David, their evidence shows that not only have some of those flood control projects been useless, but they have become harmful meaning sumama pa yung baha. Dahil nga yung pong ine-explain ni Undersecretary CP kanina na ang mga dike kasi, ang problema dyan, either both rini-restrict ang flow ng tubig, ibig sabihin yung carrying capacity ng mga waterways lumiliit, but ang more harmful doon ay yung pinapabilis niya yung daloy ng tubig o yung velocity of water speeds up. At yun ang mas nakakasira at nakakasama. So, why did I ask for that? Because we are already thinking ahead that with enough data and with enough evidence, maybe we might even need to dismantle some of those flood control projects because of their net harmful effects to the communities and the environment. So, ma'am, that is the purpose. But this is a very, how should I say, it's a very meticulous process, and it's also a very sensitive process because there are COA issues involved, and alam naman po natin, there are COA rules where you cannot just demolish a project that was built after a certain within a certain period. So there are complexities to this, but we first need to look at the evidence.
They are harmful.
Exactly, ma'am.
If they're harmful,
absolutely.
Kung ikamamatay, ikababahan ng mga barangay at komunidad, kailangan gawing kaagad kung
Correct.
scientifically proven. O kaagad yun.
We agree po, Mr. Chairman and Senator Lauren. This is critical. That's why I think the reports will be presented to me in particular and to the senior team on Wednesday, and we are already currently working not just with DNR but also with the University of the Philippines, particularly with Project NOAA with Professor Mahar Gagmay, as well as one of the renowned hydrologists in the country, Professor Tabios of the University of the Philippines. So we are working with them, and we really need to put some order and some science into this, because clearly there was very little to no science involved in the implementation of these projects. Thank you very much, ma'am.
I-embed nyo si Yusek David sa inyong mga projects.
Kasama po siya.
Coordination naman talaga eh.
Tama po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you for that. WRMO's evaluation shows that 42% of the projects reviewed were unconstructed, duplicated, or already existing, yet some were declared completed and paid for. So may I know, how are these projects cleared for payment and certification despite being absent or duplicated? And can you use the systems to demand project completion, case building, and or restitution? So the purpose of this question is to assess the adequacy of DPWH project validation and internal audit mechanisms so that we can prevent the continued misuse of public funds. The accountability of duplicated projects, although you somehow answer that, but can you kindly assure us of the use of the evaluation of WRMO?
We assure you, Madam Senator, and we assure the committee that from here on, the DPWH will work very, very closely with the DNR and specifically the WRMO, because we are in total agreement. In fact, the project that was the last slide of Yusek David, the project in Claveria, the Union water impounding joint project of DPWH, was in fact visited by the President 2 weeks ago, and we consider it one of the more successful not only flood control but water impounding and irrigation in one. And we feel that with the help of the DNR and other experts, we can really guide and plan our flood mitigation program towards these types of projects and no longer those that we have seen in the past couple of years. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you for that. I now go, Mr. Chair, to the fragmented flood management and the basin-based